Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild on Airy Peak Convert to Raid. With you as always is Salmisis the Shaman, Belschnickel the Priest,
and Cuddles the Brewmaster.
It's about to get real.
And welcome to episode 78. We're going to call it 79 because Cuddle skipped 77 of the Converted Podcast, the podcast for the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak, US. Guys, today is April 11th, and we would like to thank you for tuning in to our very special Diablo show. So I am Cuddles, and with me this evening is Belschnickel. Hey, buddy. And
What
Sal.
up, what up?
Hello! In this episode, we have Deadgreed is here to talk about Diablo 3. Mosley wins the Heroes of the Storm of Dorm bracket challenge. Turarts is here with the guild haps, and Cuddles is back from it's been gone for a long time. We haven't seen him. So how's everyone doing? Cuddles, what's up?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm just back from like a big national event. I'm super pumped. Super cool stuff going on there. And I've literally not been sitting in front of this PC since Thursday.
Welcome home.
That is the longest I have been away from these four monitors and this mic since I built this thing over like a year and a half ago. So it's nice to be back in this spot. Got some really cool stuff coming up, and solidified a couple things for my future, not just with the convention, but a couple other things going on that I'm really excited about. So, Bell, how you been doing?
Dude, I've been doing really good, man. I don't know what you just drank like about a minute ago, but whatever you drank, dude, like it's like straight up hype juice. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all about that, dude. I've been doing pretty good, man. I've been trying to game when I can, man. I started the Division. You know, it's one of those games that I wasn't really following it pre-launch, but I've been hearing stuff about it, and the rumble kind of started getting a little bit louder. And then my cousin talked about it, and then Nug talked about it, and I was like, all right, man, let's do this thing. You know, just to scratch that itch, you know, that leveling itch. And dude, I'm telling you what, I played it for a couple hours last night. The game is a blast. So I've been playing some of that, been playing some D3, working a lot. And yeah, man, just loving life, man. It's all good, dude. BlizzCon was announced. I mean, it's like really like everything is just gravy right now. So it's good. Life is good, man. Sal, what about you, Sal, man? What have you been up to?
Hey, y'all want to do some greater rifts? I got some
Yes.
some rift action going on. It's a Diablo show, right? Diablo? Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Some Rift action. I like it. The name of the episode, Rift action.
Oh my gosh, I just can't stop. I can't get enough. And anyone, you know, I mean, Belle, you've definitely played with me. That my hardcore character, I killed it in a stupid way.
Did your heart pound though?
Yes, it did.
See, and that's what you're looking for. Like, how many games can make your heart, like, you can get like a visceral reaction from? You know what I'm saying? Where that heart, yes. I've screamed like a schoolgirl into the mic while I'm playing this game, Diablo, man. I'm about to die in hardcore. It just makes you panic. It's a real panic, you know. So excited.
Well,
Like,
I'm excited to talk to Deadgreed about what is just my heroine right now. But did y'all hear? I just saw this tonight on Twitter. You know, the Heroes of the Dorm it has been going on this past weekend.
yeah, it was on ESPN too, or ESPN too.
Yeah, do you know that
ESPN The Ocho.
my alma mater, University of Texas at Arlington, or UTA, came in second. So they got to the grand finale, but they didn't end up winning.
Now, who won that thing? I didn't see the end of it.
ASU won.
Okay.
Yeah,
Woo!
but
Yo,
you know
Sun
who really
Devils.
won? Who really won was our guildie Mosley, whom I hung out with in Portland when I was there. He's in Oregon.
What?
Okay.
He won the Heroes of the Dorm bracket challenge, and dude won $10,000.
What?
That's
awesome.
10 grand for picking a bracket
Yeah.
for an esports tournament. Like this is where we're at now.
I like that though.
That's absolutely
awesome.
incredible.
Congratulations to him. That's sweet.
No,
Yeah, if you want to check it out, like he's on Twitter, and I think he changed his Twitter name actually to Mosley at Dorm.
Mosley Moneybags.
nice.
You know,
Yeah.
That's cool.
And
Mosley
yeah, he's
before
got like,
he realizes the tax repercussions.
aw,
Oh, okay.
he has a video of him like being like filmed like when ASU won, and he had this sign that says "I won $10,000." You know,
That's awesome.
because he was at the event live.
What?
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
That's
I
incredible.
want to talk to him, find out about that. So
We
he
got to
was
get him on
there.
the show, man, so you can talk it out.
Yeah, hear that, Mosley? I'm sure he will. He listens usually like a month later. So like in 6 weeks, he's gonna send me a message. He goes, "Hey." But hey, yes, if you see him in game or on Twitter, talk to Mosley and congratulate him, guys. That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that our Heroes of the Storm is now like
No.
this kind of esport.
Now, Sal, did you get a chance to actually watch it live?
I watched like a little bit of it, but I kind of had a busy weekend.
What was the salt? What was the like? I'm really curious
don't
about
know.
this because I did not see it live, and Twitter like blew
Is
up
that the,
with like
is that the Leoric thing?
I don't know. It was something about esports. Somebody on ESPN said something negative about esports. Twitter lit itself on fire in protest.
I know Colin Cowherd the last time I'd said some stuff, but I didn't hear anything about this one.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll
I
move
don't
on.
know. Maybe the chat room.
Gonna hate,
Actually-
man. Keep hating until we take over the world. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. The nerds will win in the end.
They always do.
We're all nerds here. Anyway,
Exactly. All right. Well, hey, you know what? You know what now would be a great time to do? I feel like it would be a great time to head into our main event tonight.
yeah.
Our Heroes of
Let's
the
get
Dorm
greedy.
finale-esque moment.
Let's get greedy.
Yeah, let's greediness. Greedy.
Yo, I love me some Deadgreed, man. That dude is just always positive, always hype.
Talking about
Deadgreed.
hype. Yeah.
Talk about that hype, baby.
Get him on here. Answer the phone.
Yes.
There we go, Dead
Hey.
Greed. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
What's up?
Deadgreed, what's up, my man? How you doing, man? Look, he's got the money symbol by his name and everything, man. They did it right. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, Navbox made that, right?
Yeah, Navbox.
Navox, thank you for that, by the way.
That's good.
Oh, that's so.
good.
Look at that, so awesome.
You gotta
I
give
like that.
Navbox some props for that.
I love it. Thanks, Nav, man. Nav's always. God dang, I miss Nav a lot. He's always the best, man.
Yeah, I
Man.
still, he's still in our chat room. He won't leave in the
Yeah, it's all right.
in our group me. We talk to him all the time.
You won't leave your group me.
He's
Funny.
still a very, very big part of our show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Look at we have Lonnie and Echelon in the chat room, and
Yes!
they're talking about your shirt.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
describe
check that
that.
out. Rocking the face pull shirt. This year was a tough year, and man, things went south, and I lost a lot of money this year. And they came when they was gonna go to BlizzCon, they were doing like, on the group me, they was like, hey, who wants a shirt? And I was like, oh man, I can't get a shirt because I ain't got enough cash. And so like the team, like Miss Bourne, like bought a shirt, and Echelon sent it to me, and this is my shirt. I
That's
will
awesome, man.
forever, I will forever love those. I mean, I'm telling you, those let me tell you right now, if you're out there and you're like, I think I'd like a good raid team right here, Facepool,
Faithful.
best team ever. I'm not even raiding with Facepool. Matter of fact, I don't even have a subscription to WoW right now, but Facepool. Man, y'all guys are 100%, man. I'll never forget that team for as long as I live. They're freaking awesome people.
Do you know how much that story surprises me about Echelon and the whole Facepool team? Having raided with them before and having hung out with them before, that surprises me 0%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the best part of the shirt you can't even see because the best part of the shirt's on the back.
It's on the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
The best part of the shirt's on the back. It's the full poem in episode 54.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
Of
about
the Echelon poem is on the back. What
It's-
with
it's
Easter
the-
eggs and oh man, this is
It's the poem that
insane.
Esh said. What's the original poem? Is it Casey Up to Bat?
Yeah.
Like the really famous poem, and they rewrote it for Facepool, and it's really
Yeah.
cool. And I thought Esh was gonna like cry when he.
That was
read
the
it.
second. That was the second best episode.
What was the first best?
Well, of course Well, I guess okay. Now that was the third best because now this
Deadgreed
is the
Part
first
1.
best. The second best is Deadgreed Part 1, and then the third best is Echelon's poem. Right? I just gotta call it like it is. It's sorry about that.
Aw.
Listen, man, we got you here for some Diablo talk tonight, man. Because, dude, you are like the D3 dude, man. So, like, let's get into it from the beginning, man. Like, how long you been playing the Diablo series, man, the franchise? How long you been into that? Are you like an original guy or what?
The reason why I own a computer is because I went to my buddy's house, and he was like, "Y'all, you gotta check this out. This game, Diablo, man, you gotta check it." I was like, "Diablo? I never heard of it." I was like, "What?" I didn't even know who Blizzard was. I didn't know nothing. I was like, "What? Diablo?" He's like, come here, check this out." So I went over to his house, and I'm like looking at the screen, and he's doing his thing, and it's like killing stuff, and doing. I was like, "What? What the hell is it?" And I said, I watched it for 10 minutes, and then I went to the store and bought a computer. I knew
This is
nothing.
D1. This is original Diablo.
Yes, Diablo 1.
Okay.
I knew nothing about it. Like, I knew nothing. My buddy had to come over and help me hook it up. Like, I didn't know how to
Wow.
connect the monitor together. I didn't know nothing. I was like, it was in the box, and I was like, okay, I got to take it out of the box and then make it play the game. I knew
So
nothing, man. I was
Deadgreed,
like,
as we know him right now, may not exist if not for Diablo.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, but it just, and I just started playing and it just crush it. And then, Diablo 2 came out, and the crazy thing is like technology from now till way back then. Because like our biggest thing was we just wanted to hook our computers together and just play each other. But we could never get it to work because we had really no experience. We didn't know what we were doing, and and we had crappy computers, so
Yeah.
it was just. I mean, it was. Oh man, we spent hours trying to get our computers to like ping and talk to each other so we could play Diablo 2. I mean, we finally got it, but it was just like this. And now, like, you just walk into a room and it's like, bam, your thing's on the net, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
and it's all instant. But people don't know. People don't ever think about how hard it used to be to get two computers to actually talk to each other.
Yeah, that's just true.
I can
take it for granted.
remember having to plug two Game Boys together, like to play with
same
each
thing.
other, and like kids these days will have no idea. Like your iPhone and your everything like hooks up, just it's magic.
Yeah.
It's magic. And a frosty beverage. I like this guy.
Oh, look at the couch. Like, if you're not watching this like on YouTube or live, like this guy, like we're like in chairs. Like Deadgreed is straight up in a lounge recliner plush. I mean, the dude is just straight pimp tonight. Like I'm not even gonna try to fake it right now. Deadgreed is showing it how to do this, man. Like the dude is comfortable.
This is my gaming recliner. It's
Dude,
like
who games in a straight recliner? Like who games in a recliner?
It's
Only
a full-on
Deadgreed.
electric, 100% electric, nice. Got the massage. You know what I'm saying? It's a full-on
Deadgreed be
lazy
like,
boy. Be like, hey, because sometimes you got a hard day. You come back, you sit in the chair, you be like,
Oh,
and then
man,
you wake
that's
up. Then you wake up and you're like, oh yeah, I was gonna run a rift.
good.
Oh well.
I was gonna run a rip. So listen, man. All right, so we're playing D3 now. Like, what's your class right now? What do you do? What are you rocking right now? Are you just rocking everybody? What is your deal right now with D3? Where are you at?
Well, my considered main class is a witch doctor.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
I love witch doctors. Oh my god, I'll blow it up. You can ask Sal. I'll blow it up. I love witch doctors.
Blow it up. Yeah.
But the witch doctor has a very, very serious high-level rifting survivability problem unless you just, I mean, you gotta have everything just maxed out to the max, 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 max. It's so freaking hard to get all the gear in order to do what I want to do. And I was very frustrated in season 5. And I bounced around. I started with the at the beginning of season 5. I started with the barbarian, and I played it a bunch, and I geared him all out, and I put like 80 gems on it. I mean, I freaking rocked him hard. And then I was like, I went to the witch doctor and ran my witch doctor, geared my witch doctor, played my witch doctor, and I couldn't get what I wanted out of my witch doctor. So I started a demon hunter, mostly because my son plays demon hunters, and I was just like, well, you know what? I haven't ever tried a demon hunter, so I'll try it out. Man, you know what? I kind of like the demon hunter, and I crush
Mm-hmm.
it. And I finished my season with my demon hunter, and in season 6, I am gonna go full on demon hunter because
Full demon hunter.
I've only put like maybe a month into my demon hunter, the one I have now, and my demon hunter is, ooh, yeah, it's powerful. It's kind of he kind of hits hard.
Now, one question for you, man. Like, why you know hardcore?
Um, I have hardcore characters, but
Okay.
I just don't have the time to do what I want to do in hardcore because then I work like 12, 13 hour days a day, and I
Mm-hmm.
come home and I only got a couple hours to play. So I just don't have the time to get where I want to get in hardcore because in order to get to where I'm at in hardcore, it would take a lot more time because I don't really, in softcore, you ain't got to worry about dying. If you die, oh well,
Just
it's five
respawn and keep
seconds.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, you just maybe you get at the worst you'll have 30 seconds before you can play again, which kind of horrible, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you die, you don't lose your gems. You don't lose because think about it. If you got a hardcore character, right, and you got let's say 3 level 80 gems, which takes forever to get, and then you got 16 pieces of gear that are augmented with 70s or 75s, and you lose that, hashtag out of your mind because
The
I
thing
would
is,
throw
man,
the
like
computer.
I would argue, like once I used to be softcore, and we'll just call it SC, I guess, because Sal doesn't like the softcore.
Yeah.
So I used to be SC, right? And then I got talked into doing some hardcore. Then I tried going back to SC, and I just can't do it. It's like I just feel too willy nilly, too haphazard, too just not in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I died, who cared? You know what I'm saying? But like in hardcore, man, when you feel that, and you just get in there, you're like, I'm gonna die now. The screen turns red. You're caught in a wall. There's molten. There's arcane. There's. I mean, you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You just feel that desperation, and your hands get sweaty. You know that you can't replace that with softcore, man. You just can't do
Yeah.
it.
I get that with softcore. I really do because I'm running as high as I can possibly get. If I
Yeah.
went up one more, I wouldn't make it. If I went up one more level, I wouldn't make
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I get that out of. And plus, in softcore, if you die, I mean, the first time, yeah, there's a little death penalty. It's 3 seconds, whatever. And then the second time you die is 5 seconds plus the 3 seconds of spawn. And then the death timer keeps getting further and further back. But if you
Mhm.
die, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you're not going to lose all your gear, but you're not going to make the rift.
Right.
So to me,
They,
it's still part of that. You know what I mean? I mean, I
no, I
play
hear
it
you.
like that.
I hear
I
you.
s
They did fix some stuff too. Like you lose the gems that you're wearing, but you still have like all your. You still, if you have play long enough, you have all your sets and stuff that you can kind of still get into, and people can power you back up to 70 in no time these
See,
days.
that's another thing with
But
Diablo. There's gear, and then there's gear, and
right.
and like your backup gear is not going to be nowhere near
No.
perfectly
No.
statted. It's not going to have every little enchant that you need. It's so much time. You lose a character, you're if I lost my demon hunter, it would be a month before I could play at the level I play at now.
Yeah, but see, if you were playing hardcore, that demon hunter, you wouldn't be pushing as hard. Like you wouldn't be doing like GR 90s. You'd be like, okay, let me chill a little bit, let me scale it back, because you probably wouldn't be playing as reckless, right? Or no? Like, do you play like when you play? Are you like, yo, listen, I need to take this really seriously right now, like, because you and I
Well,
haven't had a chance to dibble dabble. You know what I mean? Like, so
as
I'm
a
just going.
softcore as a softcore demon hunter, I don't run awareness. Why? I
Okay.
don't need awareness. but you would never, ever, ever, ever step into hardcore without awareness, which is your cheat death passive.
Mm-hmm.
So you got an extra passive. I get an extra power passive. I
Okay.
use like either, like steady aim or whatever, and depending on what I'm doing, I use a
Okay.
different passive. I don't use awareness because if I die, oh well, it's. But as a hardcore, you got to have that cheat death passive, like you say, you proc.
Right.
Every
Yeah.
hardcore character uses that. As a hardcore character, you're probably gonna wear like an elusive ring or a unity, like a
Mm-hmm.
double unity on your follower and you, right? Well, maybe not right now. Maybe people aren't using too many unities, but people are. I don't run an evasive ring on my demon hunter because I don't have to.
Cuddles. When we say proc, do you have any idea what we're talking
Okay,
about?
I get proc.
No.
Like,
When
are
we
you
say
kidding
like
me?
proc,
I'm a nerd.
no,
I
we're
get
saying
proc.
no. I'm saying like proc in
you
hardcore.
questioning my cred,
No.
bro?
I'm not questioning your procness. No. What I'm saying is, when we say like you procced in hardcore, do you know? Are you with us here? Or are we
No,
like
man, I am totally
okay?
lost.
Okay,
like,
so
literally, my eyes
you-
just glazed over like
you-
two Krispy Kreme donuts.
you have a passive ability that you can use that basically when you die it'll bring you back like with like 20, you won't actually die, you'll have like some life left and it kind of like gives you a couple seconds of immunity depending on what it is. So when you're playing hardcore and that little thing shows up and you realize I just died and I was saved by this passive, you're even more like I can't believe this right now. Like you're just like wow, I just procced. Like so if you die again in the next minute then you're really dead. So the proc is like your passive proc and kind of like saved your life.
Okay,
Let me-
stop. Gentlemen.
It sounds less hardcore.
Okay, we need to back this truck up. All right, back it up. We've just started talking like real serious about some real stats.
Yeah.
And anyone who hasn't played Diablo has no idea what the crap is going on right now.
I take the blame for that.
Okay.
I got hype. I'm gonna chill for a minute.
Okay, so
Hey.
what we need to do, right? We're gonna back it up. Okay, we're gonna
Okay.
start. Okay, let's have our resident expert, who is on our show tonight, to be the expert, explain the different ways that people do play Diablo, the different like modes, and what those are. Take
you,
it away, Deadgreed.
All right. Well, there's obviously seasons. What are seasons, you say? Well, seasons is a period of time where you start a new character and you run your character as high as you can get during that season. You get achievements, you get well, I was fixing to say mounts. You don't get no mounts. There ain't no mounts in Diablo, but you get pets, you get pennants, you get, cool picture frames, so you could like, be like, look at me, I did that thing. You can get wings, you can get all kinds of crazy things in Diablo. That season, there's two different sides of Diablo. There's two sides of the coin. There's hardcore, there's softcore. If you die in hardcore, of course, you're dead. There ain't no coming back. You got to start a new character. Softcore, not so much. You don't lose no gear. You just die. There's a little penalty. You just keep playing. It ain't that big of a deal. That's the difference. That's all the modes there is in Diablo.
Well,
now,
no,
of course,
you're talking about like seasonal versus non-seasonal. Okay,
Yeah.
so I have my character, my main character. I rolled it on the day Diablo 3 dropped. Okay, like I was like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 with the rest of the world, and couldn't actually
Error,
get it on
what is
that
it,
day.
47?
Error
47?
37.
37?
30.
An error. That
Anyway,
frustrated.
the error. Yes, that okay. So it wasn't really the day of. It turned out, but a few days later, and that's my like main character, and she's years old, right? And I like that wizard, but I've also got seasonal characters that you rolled during the season, okay? And I've got a hardcore character that died, and I've got a seasonal hardcore character. Okay, so there's normal, seasonal, or normal and hardcore have always been like a thing. Okay, and with hardcore, you see, now I'm explaining things when I should have let Deadgreed do that, and I realize that I now have failed.
I'll let you.
You got
go.
hype.
It's okay.
The hypeness is contagious. You know what I mean? Like
But-
it happens.
Hard
It's
Except
okay.
it doesn't happen to
If you
Cuddles
die,
because
you
Cuddles
die.
hasn't gotten hype yet.
Let me tell you something.
I'm
April
hyped.
29th.
I got a question. All right. So you just talked about seasons, and this is like legit. Like I have no idea. Like I played Diablo. Kalani leveled me, like power leveled me through. So I stood at the front of a dungeon, and he did some things, and then I got a mountain. Wow, it was really cool. Yay, Diablo. But no, okay, so you say seasons, and Bell said this season was good. Are the seasons different? Are there different things to do each season? Like, is it like kind of like a little mini expansion? Like, what's going on with seasons? Like, I get the character difference, but what is there a content difference? I guess is my real question.
Let's talk about season 4. In season 4, they introduced the Kanai's Cube. What's the Kanai's Cube, you're thinking? Well, it's this little cube in town. You can put special legendary powers on your character without actually using your legendary, basically. It's an awesome thing. It puts so much power into the game. And that was season 4. That's what they did. That was the major content. Now, there's a whole big thing with Kanai's Cube. Ken Kanai, he worked at Blizzard. He died of cancer. And they did that whole deal for Kanai's Cube. There's a big deal. You can go read about it. Blizzard's awesome for that kind of stuff anyway. But season 5 came out, and they made it to where you could augment your ancient legendaries. So basically, there's a lot of different gear, right? Like, there's whites, of course, and then there's blues, which is better than whites, and then there's yellows, which are better than blues, and then there's legendaries, right? Well, there's something better than legendaries. It's called ancient. Ancients are 30% better in stat weight than a regular ancient or a regular legendary. I keep saying ancient, but anyway, you basically a 30% boost to your stats if you find an ancient and a legendary, and then you can augment your legendary with the cube. You take like a very high level legendary gem, you smash it with some other mats and your thing, and you put like an extra 300 main stat onto your ancient. And if you don't know, Diablo main stat is some serious power. Like, as a demon hunter, I'm looking for dexterity, and an extra 300 dexterity on my boots. Oh my god, that's some serious power. And then you got 16 slots, so if you put 300 main stat on 16 slots, that's a ton of main stat. That's freaking. So your power level goes way up. They called it everybody called it the power. Everybody calls it the power creep. Like, every season is, you get a little bit more higher power level than the last season, and this season they called it the power leap because of the augments. The next season, season 6, the big deal is all the classes and all the sets in the classes haven't never really been balanced. Like, there's always been that one good class. Like, last season was the wizard. Season 5. Well, I say last season, it's still going on. But season 5 was the wizard with the energy twister. The energy twister build, it was just like massive amounts of power. And then you would get like 3 other characters come in and help you generate power for the wizard. It was just insane amount of power, like power we've never seen before in Diablo. But you had to play an energy twister, and you had to have 3 people willing to come help you, just generate health globes and things to help you put out more energy twisters as a wizard. So basically, this season is one of the only seasons they haven't really added anything. They're just tweaking all the numbers. They're making like all the other sets as good as the best set.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they're bringing everything up and kind of balancing. This is kind of a balance patch. They did add a couple of items, like I noticed they added a belt for the witch doctor. It was for the makes your fire bats better, but I still think the Legacy and Nightmares Gargantuan build's going to outpower that anyway. So I don't think anybody's really going to use that too much. So, but yeah, the seasons is basically like a content patch. Like last season, they put in the Runes of Sescheron, or it was 2 seasons ago. But anyway, you get like a content patch. You get like maybe a new area, and then you get like new stuff like the cube, or there's always this is basically season 6 is basically going to be the only season in quite a long time that they haven't really put like a major amount of content in. This is just basically an all balance patch, which I'm excited for, because every character I play is getting basically doubled in power level. And
It's almost like Cuddles. Like imagine it like in WoW, where they had like an optional reset that you could play a mode, and everyone's going to be started at level 1, and there's going to be new epic loot as you level. There's going to be new stuff that is not available in your normal
But
WoW
you're
account.
leveling the same thing over and over.
You're starting over, like, so you can start over and say, hey, I'm going to start out and use a monk this time for this season. The season 6 of WoW. I'm going to use a monk. And as you're leveling that monk, there's going to be new gear that doesn't exist in our normal WoW universe. It's like new pieces of gear, or there's going to be some kind of other incentives to kind of keep you playing the game. It's a way of keeping people kind of playing the game, because otherwise it got pretty stale before they had seasons, because you're like, well, why am I still playing this game? I've got Paragon 1000 or whatever. Like, what am I still doing here? This kind of gives you a chance to like re-level and experience different things in the game from like a fresh start, knowing it only has a finite window of 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
When you start a new season, like Bell was saying, you're at level 1. You don't have anything. You don't have no gold. You don't have no gear. You don't have nothing in your stash. It's basically like you just started playing today.
and everyone starts at the same place. So it's like a reset. It's like a reset.
Yeah, I'm in a bunch of different communities, and it's always awesome at the very beginning of the season because everybody kind of helps each other. You know, you jump into games and all your friends come back to play because it's the new season, and so you get like little teams together and you go do all your, you level up to 70, then you start your grind, and you start trying to find all your gear that you want. You kind of have an idea, like, or at least I do. I know what I want. Like, oh, I need that belt of transcendence, and I need this set, and I need these bracers, and I'm looking for that stuff. But with with World of Warcraft, when you find like, when you're like, yeah, I want that staff. I'm a mage. I want that staff. Well, when the staff drops, that's it. You got the staff. That's it. You win. You have the staff now. You're awesome. But with Diablo, the staff drops. It might not have attack speed on it. It may not
Right.
have critical hit. I mean, like there's so many like levels of loot in Diablo. It just you can have a level 70 character and be nowhere near your friend's level 70 character just because of the gear that you don't have or the gear you do have.
Yeah.
Well, it's at the end of the day, it's all about the gear and the killing of vicious monsters.
Yes.
So it's, to me, I can get in for like 10 minutes and just go. And by the way, if you ever need someone to like run you through some stuff, Belschnickel is around and is really good at
Yes.
it. Deadgreed and ran me through some stuff last night. And as a matter of fact, I was not using Kanai's Cube on my what was I playing last night? A Crusader. And I wasn't doing that well, and my damage was kind of terrible, right? Like I was really surviving. I was doing level 3 Torment, which is like, the hard level 3, because there's lots of different levels of difficulty in Diablo. But and because I used Kanai's Cube and like put some like spells in Kanai's Cube, suddenly I'm killing all of the things.
Did you throw Furnace in there or something like that, or?
I don't even know what I threw in. I threw in 3 things that was going to give me extra damage. And suddenly I'm running through, like I get on my horse and just and just kill the whole room before I can do anything. And so I went from level 3 to Torment level 3 and like popped it up to level 5 last night just to see what I could do.
Nice.
And I'm like, I need to be on 6 apparently. And all I did, what I really did was, okay, first of all, I got that 6-piece. I had a 4-piece set. I had a 6-piece with Deadgreed. I will admit to that, but also putting stuff into Kanai's Cube, so you cannot not do that. That's really important. And yeah, so we just talked about Diablo a ton, about this really awesome dungeon crawler that has, deep history in video game land, right? I've just started playing, even though the first expansion is 2 years old already.
But that's the cool thing about seasons is even if you're not playing, come in at the beginning of a season and you're starting off with everybody. Like we have a new season coming at the end of April. Like if you're not playing D3 now, that's a good time to start playing.
Right now, it's perfect. Get in there. a bunch of us will be starting off new characters, in 2 weeks.
April 29th
Yeah.
at 5 p.m. West Coast.
Yeah. 8 p.m. East Coast. EDT. Right.
Yeah, well, it's okay because the greed's gonna blow it up.
It's greed.
Oh,
I love the greed, man. It's always good having the greed on here, man. We can talk about anything with greed, man. That's
Hey,
not
I
like
can
having
talk about
greed on.
flip flops. You want to talk about flip flops? It don't even
Okay.
matter.
Okay, let's don't though.
Yeah, I'm just
And
saying.
We could not.
could.
We could not.
Ah, I love flip flops.
Although the sound they make is flip flop.
Stop. Belschnickel, stop right now.
Okay, fine.
You're
Whatever,
gonna-
fine.
Look,
You're
my
just
flip
gonna-
flops.
Oh.
My flip flops have beer openers in the bottom.
Oh yeah, I've seen those before. On the bottom. Yeah, those are legit. I've seen those.
Okay. Now,
what
tell us-
situation do you find yourself in that you have a beer that needs to be opened, yet you're in a situation where you need to take your shoe off to do it? That's always been my question. Like, if you're...
We are legit talking about flip flops. Right
Yes.
I told
no,
you.
no, no, no. Okay. So if you have, now we're in a subject that I'm passionate about. I'm sorry. I let you talk about the Adrian's Cube and blah 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 and chanting and rifting and all this. Now we're talking about flip flops.
He's acting like it's a nerdy game. Meanwhile, he's like, wow.
In flip flops. And I don't understand why, one, you're classy enough to buy beer that actually needs a bottle opener, but you're not but you don't have one or access to one, and you're still in a social situation where removing your shoe and touching it to your beverage is acceptable. What is going on in your life, sir?
Maybe I'm on the
Got a
beach where you can be shoeless.
Okay,
and
you're
I'm
in
drinking a
Oklahoma.
beverage. Hey, there's beaches in Oklahoma. I resent that now. They're man-made, but there is beaches in Oklahoma now.
Deadgreed, can you tell the listeners how to get a hold of you?
Oh, you can always hit me on Twitter at Deadgreed1812. You can email me, Gmail, Deadgreed1812. You could every now and then I'm on Your Wow Money, so you can listen to Your Wow Money every now and then. Right now I work a lot, so I haven't been doing the Your Wow Money in a while because Your Wow Money's on Sunday and Greek gotta work Sunday, which gotta feed the family. So yeah, I know. I love the
Man,
Joe. I know y'all had him on here before. Joe's an awesome person. He's a great friend of mine, and man, the Your Wow Money is so much fun. Even though I don't have an active subscription, don't tell nobody.
You've said it twice now.
Yeah, it's
Look, that's fine. That's why we're talking about other games right now, because lots and lots of guildies are not playing WoW, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's not much going on in WoW right now, so
I bought Legion.
let's play other games.
I bought Legion. I'll be back. But,
Oh yeah, totally. I'm excited about Legion for sure. Yeah.
right on.
Cool. Okay, so Deadgreed is on Twitter at Deadgreed1812.
Yep.
You find him on Twitter.
Hey guys, if you haven't checked out Your Well Money with Deadgreed occasionally, that's where I first heard of this guy, because I haven't been around that long. Like, he's awesome. He's great. Like, Deadgreed, I have to say, I'll fanboy out for a minute, man. I like it when you're on that show, man. You do a great job on there.
Hey, let me throw a deal out real quick.
Ooh.
Oh, a deal.
Long time ago, many years ago, 10 years ago, 11, 12 years ago, whatever, 10 or 11 years ago, I met a dude. His name's Aura, and Aura is the most awesome disc priest ever. And we raided together. We guild hopped together. We was always in the same guild. We were always just having so much fun together. Well, Aura isn't great at making money. And so Aura would always hit Greed up and be like, yo, you know that new motorcycle's coming out? And I'd be like, here's 60 grand, go buy one. Doesn't matter, right? Because he's my best friend. He's my WoW best friend. Aura is a totally cool person. And anyway, I left WoW for a while, and I've been playing Diablo. Well, I seen Aura on the other day, so I hit him up. And he's like, yo, I'm rich. I was like, what? Aura's got gold? This is new news, right? And he was like, yeah, man, I was like totally listening to Your Wow Money. I did all the stuff you told me to, and I got money now. So it works. Your Wow Money.
Yeah. I can
Anything
attest
else?
to that.
Anything else to add to that?
I'm at 200K because of your wild money.
Wow. The second
And
infomercial.
I've never had that much anymore, like before. And it's not like I don't do every little thing that's on there. I'm not as crazy about
Do
it.
you need money? Listen to Your Well Money with Deadgreed.
Hey, it's more
To
than
be
just
very
Deadgreed.
clear, we're talking about World of Warcraft currency, gold.
Yeah.
Actually,
You too can be rich.
I would argue that many of the in-game principles that you use could be applied to your real-life finances and possibly allow you to advance yourself economically IRL, Sal.
Listening to the Converted Podcast can make you rich.
I swear you guys just do this on purpose just to
Disclaimer, listening to the Converted
just to
Podcast does
see
not
me,
actually
like,
make you
sit
rich,
here
nor will it ever make you rich.
stare at you
or
in
anything.
bewilderment.
We don't actually even let someone named Rich on the podcast. He asked once. I don't like
By the
that
way,
guy.
Greed showed me how to get a bunch of gold in Diablo the other day, too.
Yeah?
I
did.
am dumb rich in Diablo.
Oh,
like
it's ridiculous.
dumb
No.
rich.
Oh
I'm
my
like
gosh.
a borderline billionaire. Billionaire in Diablo. It's ridiculous.
Okay, and with that, Deadgreed, thank you so very much for coming on the show tonight, my friend. I'm sorry that we disagreed about flippy floppies, but sir, it was an absolute pleasure. You have a great night. Thanks for all the great Diablo information. We will see you soon. Bye.
Take care, Dick. Peace out, my man. Yeah, we get sidetracked too easily. But it's good.
The rails are way over there.
Huh?
Way over there. The rails are way over there. But
I like that greed though.
All right.
it's nice. It's
So,
nice.
guys, I think that brings us to a magical, wonderful part of the show. The part of the show where we bring on Nate. Oh,
No.
yeah.
Wow.
No.
Wow. Wow.
No, Nate tonight.
Whammy. But there is.
There's a tour arts. What?
That's right.
A wild tour arts appeared.
Can do the thing, Velshnickel.
It's time for tea.
Ow!
Wow.
Yeah, T's always fun, man. I like having when T comes on. She's always like so bubbly and just energetic. Watch her come on tonight. Like,
Drunk. Now we've like made it up, so she's gonna have to be bubbly. Or hey,
Yes. T.
This is what I did while I was waiting for you. I drew the rescue bots. They look nothing like the rescue bots. My
Wow.
3-year-old's still up. He's been up since 5. Rescue bots, that's right.
Man.
Thank you. You did? Okay, can you shh? Quiet game. Okay, so
Quiet.
quiet game. Things going on with CTR. We have an amazing event coming up this Saturday. Let's make a deal. The rescue bots are going to be me, so it's fine. Let's Make a Deal is happening with Steph and Leani, and it's very exciting. We have some amazing prizes I just gave them, and I'm really pumped. So it's going to be awesome. If you can make it, even if it's just to cheer on people, join. It's going to be a great time. It is happening at 5:30 p.m. server to 7:30 p.m. server. And it's just for fun. It's silly. Don't take it seriously, but there are some really great prizes there. So check it out.
I'm sorry, did you say that was Saturday?
Saturday, yes, Saturday the 16th.
Okay.
Sal's making notes on her calendar now.
I am.
Yeah. So it's going to be pretty exciting. And then we have some Heart of Fear achievement runs happening. We have High Mall LFR takeover happening soon. And then the raid recruitment event that I talked about last time. Right now on the calendar, it is set for April 23rd at 6 p.m. server. However, I just found out PAX East is that weekend. So I'm consulting all the raid leaders. We might move it to April 30th just so we can give guildies the, most chance to be there. But this is something that we've been putting together for a little bit now, so I'm not quite sure if we're going to move it. So just watch the calendar. By the end of this week, whatever date is on the calendar is the date it's going to be. But all the other information is on there. It's going to stay the same. So just, read it. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I think that's it for events right now. We're just gearing up for some other things in the background. And, yeah, it's exciting. A lot of big stuff coming up.
Yay! Cool. Thanks for
stuff.
coming on and letting us know that the Let's Make a Deal sounds very retro and awesome. Love it.
It's going to be fun, yeah. And it's not something we've ever done before, and especially how they're setting up. They want you to come in the silly costumes and, just it's trivia about. I think it's trivia about CTR. So, I mean, if you've been in the guild, you have a chance. That's how I look at it. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Unfortunately, I'm out of town, but I will be reading you guys on, and if I have cell reception, I will be on Twitch on my phone watching if it's streamed. So
Cool.
Cool. Good
tons
stuff.
of love to them. But that's
All
it
right.
tonight. Quick and simple.
Wonderful.
All right,
George,
you guys have a good. Oh,
Thanks, T.
yes, you're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
Night, guys.
Thank you.
Night.
That was funny. That was hilarious.
Wow,
Hey,
she
no-
just
remember that-
she-
remember
she
that time-
Savage hung up.
Where she was where we could see like the door in the background, and she was doing her thing, and she said into her microphone, "My son doesn't know that I know he's behind me and out of bed." And he was like sneaking up behind her, and she was just talking about him like on our show. That was funny. I'll always remember that.
It's funny. She even took her headset. She was like talking into the headset. She's like, "Okay, so what we're gonna talk about today is."
Oh, that was a best team moment ever. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Torrance.
Yes.
Torrance is in the chat saying she was distracted. No, that was great. That was great.
She killed it anyway. She's awesome.
That was great.
Oh,
So
yes.
since we don't have any Nate, why don't we move on into announcements?
Yes.
And guys, don't forget we have the Minnesota meetup coming up in June, planned by the Well Played Party Committee folk peoples. That is wellplayedparty.com for all the details of that event. If you show up, if you sign up, if you come up to Minnesota, you can get into the movie for freezies. Yep, that's right. The Well Played Party or the Convert to Raid Guild, or somebody, I don't know, maybe Pat Crane personally, will be paying for your ticket. You get to come and enjoy the movie. Like, how cool is that, guys? Like, this is one of those movies like all that, like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, like those first couple nights, those first couple releases. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of nerds and it's gonna be a really cool experience. But how cool would it be to be sitting in a theater with 150 guildies?
That's pretty sweet.
Like people that you know, people that you played with, people that then you'll be in like Raid the next week. You'll be like, I remember that minute when we
You'll
did
be
that.
nerding out together. It's gonna be awesome.
Popcorn will be thrown. I mean, no, do not throw popcorn at anyone like Dairies. Oh my gosh, that could get violent.
Okay, the next one
What
we
else
do
we got?
have a bit of an announcement that came from our friend Tink, and it says the Converted is owning Jungle Heat tournament. Join us. I'm sorry, but people are still playing Jungle Heat.
Yeah, it's
That
kind of a
is
thing.
that is so 10 episodes ago, people. Jeez.
At least 10 episodes ago.
No, it was before me actually. So a
Jungle
lot
Heat
ago.
was before you, man. Jungle Heat's still a thing, dude. And as is Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. But whatever. I digress.
Cool. Okay.
All right, so guys, if you wanna join,
Whoa. Hey, one thing though, before we move on, like we haven't talked about like BlizzCon. Like the tickets are gonna go on sale before the next episode. Like
Hold
what
on,
are
there's
what
a
are we doing to
BlizzCon?
make sure that like everybody here and everybody we know gets tickets? Like what's the plan? Do we have a plan as the Converted? What are we doing? It's like 9 days till the tickets go on sale. Like
I will be begging for tickets in the coming months. I just I'm unemployed, so
Okay.
I will not. And I'm going to PAX East. Tickets go on sale the day before I leave, and one of the days I'm there. So I can't really look at my wife and go, "Hey, honey, I'm in Boston at a gaming convention
hit
with no
F5
job.
in front of my computer screen at 10 o'clock at night.
I need you to drop $200 on a ticket to another one of these things in like 6 months." But for everyone else, guys, there is a new website this year. So they're not gonna be using Eventbrite.
Yeah, the crowd goes wild.
Don't go crazy yet, guys. This new website is not
Could be
proven.
worse.
It could be worse.
Could be worse.
This could be the internet's biggest failure. Or it could be
hope
great.
not.
I mean, it could be great. I'm sure Blizz learned their lesson because I hope they did. Anyway, make sure now over on the Sal will link the actual Blizzard blog post about it from Battle.net.
Okay.
or we'll have it in the show notes. I'm sorry, I thought, why don't you have that? You can find it because I can talk. And there is a link to this website. You can sign up for an account. You cannot enter your payment information yet. You'll do that at checkout. But yeah, if you have an extra tablet around the house, if you have an extra laptop, if you can borrow a laptop from your neighbor, sit there and just hit refresh. There is looking for BlizzCon again.
I would say a pro tip too, though, not to cut you off. It's worked for me the last couple of years, and I've gotten tickets the last 3 years on like the Wednesday. Is select one ticket. Like when it pops up, you press F5 and it shows up. Just hit one, hit enter. Like don't try to like drop down to 3 or to 2 or to 4 for the family and wife.
Okay, but you're
kids.
talking about the Eventbrite UI.
No, but that's how it was also the year before. Yes, the year before.
It was Eventbrite every time. It was Eventbrite.
No. But like the first year of the converted when we went,
it was
remember it had that.
Eventbrite.
It was not Eventbrite the first year. It was that thing that had the thing that dropped down. Remember, it was like a full thing and it kept dropping down, and it would say like you're number 1,000 in the queue. That was not Eventbrite.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
It kind of like it dropped down, and then it said you want to pick one, like you're up, like go. All I'm saying is, or you know what, Sal's trying to ruin the pro tip, but don't be like Sal. Okay, select one from whatever system we're using this year and get your ticket, because that's how Belschnickel does it.
Right. So I got 3 and 2, I think, and literally hit the link, like clicked on the link, and it allowed me to buy tickets.
Well, if you want to get gangster about it,
I
bought my
hit
second
refresh
set
either time.
from a cell phone. All right.
Nice.
So, but I'm just trying to help you guys out because I want everybody to go that wants to go. That's all. I'm just trying to help.
See, what I know is that all these people in our guild are going to buy like 4 tickets each and be like, oh, I've got all these extra tickets. Like Dr. Pope is like, hey, I'll buy extra, whatever. So, and then people go have like friends who can't go in the end. And like Hokey last year had a very specific person who was going and didn't go. And it was really actually pretty simple to get a ticket up to the last day.
There are always extra tickets.
Yeah,
I mean, in the guild.
I don't remember who said this to me, but somebody in talking about all this had said it seems like the closer that you get to BlizzCon, like there's this huge, the day that ticket sales happen, everyone's freaking out and hitting refresh and stressing out and pulling out their hair. But then the closer and closer we get to BlizzCon, it seems like the easier it is to get a ticket. Like, I mean, there's no guys get tickets. I'm not telling you not to, but I know I had 2 extras up until, a couple weeks beforehand. I think Lil Nugget actually got one of them.
Yeah.
And then
definitely
the
unload them if you get them. Unload them as soon as you can. Like if you have extras, find somebody like that day or the next day that wants tickets and just have them get them.
But I'm saying if you don't get them, don't worry. Like
don't fret. We'll take care of our own.
I'm gonna be straight up. I'm not gonna try to get one.
Wow.
Because
Sal's got it like that though.
I
don't try to be like Sal. Sal's got friends in high places, so not all of us can be like Sal. For the rest
like
of you guys
Hokey.
out there, try to see if you can get your ticket.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad you brought that up because someone didn't put that in the show notes. About
BlizzCon?
BlizzCon.
Kind of like a big deal.
Kind of a big deal, isn't it? You know what else?
What we talk about every day.
Yeah, there's going to be a well-played party at BlizzCon again. Yeah, very looking forward to that too.
You guys killed it last year too. That was awesome.
And planning has officially begun for that party. Like no details yet, but just know that the folks that are working on that party, I've heard the whispers, the rumors, the back alley conversations that they are all working very hard to make that party even better than it was last year. So look for some new, exciting, fun, great things coming out of Well Played Party. And as we mentioned, Well Played, I also know, having heard from someone on the Well Played planning committee, that Con Before the Storm has also started their ramp up.
Yeah.
So we're in Convert to Raid, and the Well Played Party team are very good friends with Con Before the Storm. I will say it was the second best party at BlizzCon.
It was great. Con Before the Storm is great. That's a great party. Yeah.
Like seriously, Con Before the Storm. I was very lucky to be involved in that. I got to do a cool thing with Roe and Dustin Turley that was like amazing. And everything else was just really, really, really cool. Like the art and all the panels, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. That was where I first met Kaz and Frosty. It's a really good thing. So yeah, things are happening, guys. BlizzCon ramp up. Like the hype is real. Get pumped.
Sorry, Gerard just tweeted a photo of. Sorry, her son is still showing that piece of paper to the computer as if
We're still
like,
there.
She's still there.
like we're still there. Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's cute. That's cute. Okay, yes, I think that wraps it up for announcements. Yeah.
Yeah, that it does. So guys, if you want to join us and chat with us in like a place that isn't here or our chat room, we have another place that you can go, and it's called Discord. You may have heard of it. It's little and it's amazing. You can join us at bit.ly/converteddiscord, or you can join the Convert to Raid Guild, the Convert to Raid podcast, and most of our guildies in discord.converttoraid.com. Both of those places, great places for Discordly things, which brings us to the moment, the magical time of Shout Room Chat-Outs. Guys, get your Shout Room Chat-Outs in. And Sal, do you have any regular converted shout-outs from the other places that people are on the internet?
I have one.
All right.
Razor says, slash moo to Cuddles. Hey, that's you of the Converted CTR podcast. He is an all-around great guy. Aw, and makes me laugh. Always makes me laugh, and he's friendly. So that's really nice. Isn't that sweet?
That is so nice. I hadn't actually seen that.
Oh, sorry. Dr. Pope says thanks for the heroin. He's playing HOTS right now. Got him into the Heroes of the Storm. He plays nothing but Lily.
Lily's fun though. I'm glad he's playing Lily. Lily's fun.
Because Dr. Pope's got to be a healer. And yeah, sorry, Draven Dresden is making me laugh in the chat room right now. So how about personal shout outs?
Well,
How you doing, Cuddles?
We do have a shout out from Jim's Lock. I don't want to miss any of these since that's my responsibility, even though you clearly read them. When that's my part of the show to do, and there's like a little note in the show notes that says Cuddles reads.
It does say that Cuddles reads.
Yeah, and I'm a little confused about where we even go from here. Because I feel like any trust that we had has been totally destroyed.
Read the damn shout outs, Cuddles.
Okay, Jim Slack says, a great big flip-flop to Deadgreed for always being entertaining. And Jim's, you win the shout-outs portion of the show for the callback about flip-flops. Well done, my friend. Zeph also with a shout-out to flip-flops, and Lonnie with a Woot Greed. Also Draven with a shout-out to all three hosts of Converted for finding a replacement for me on such short notice. So guys, my personal shout outs are going to be just this. Thank you. Everybody that listens, watches, hangs out in Guild. I appreciate each and every one of you. So shout out to all of you guys because you all rock. Now, Belle, Sal, you guys want to try to top that amazing emotional moment that we just had? Because you can't.
I could start crying right now. I really could. But I'm gonna save that for after. When I'm raging at the computer for something. Please. So I am gonna give a shout out to Kalani, Jay Falcon, and Little Nug because the four of us will head into the division to take on all comers pretty soon. Yeah. So those are my peeps for the division. So we're gonna be getting in there soon. We gotta catch up. But that game is fun. And
playing that. I want to hear more about that.
Yes, we need to talk more.
Yes, always. We always say this. I want to shout out to Utah Zach, because we keep missing each other. Yeah, and I'd love to play in Diablo.
Utah Zach is actually a hardcore Diablo player too, man.
Oh yeah.
That guy helped me out before I got into the whole season thing, and yeah, he plays a lot.
Well, I said I was going to play with him, and then we just always keep missing
He's
each
like
other.
Paragon like a million. Something ridiculous.
Booning is like 1308 or something like that. Last time I checked.
Are we talking about Diablo again?
We should wrap this up. We should wrap this up.
Sorry, Cuddles. By the way, it was the Diablo episode. Cuddles is pulling one of his stream tricks. Where you remember when he falls asleep just randomly?
And
Are
this
we
is
done
when
now?
we get banned for like 24
We good?
hours.
Are we good? All right, guys. If you're listening to the show on iTunes or Stitcher, take a few moments and give us a thumbs up or write us a review and tell us how we are doing. We will even give you a shout out. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, leave us a comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to join us live, look us up on twitch.tv/convertedpodcast. Sal, how the heck could somebody get on this show?
Well, any guildie can get a hold of us.
Any
by
guildie?
Any guildie. At
Anyone
all.
in the guild?
If you are
Anybody.
in
Like
CTR.
a person that is in this guild
Sure.
is
Why not?
pre-qualified.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. Do we send them offers in the mail?
No.
Okay. So how would they know?
They would email us at convertedpodcast@gmail.com. That's convertedpodcast@gmail.com, and we will hook it up. Next week, or next time our show is on April 25th. Okay, we're going to, for real this time, have Draven Dresden. And he was supposed to be on tonight, and like some computer mishaps, happened, but then Deadgreed stepped up. It was really hard to get him on. He had to clear his schedule. He hates being on.
He's pretty shy, too,
podcasts.
so.
He was just such a shy guy. I really appreciate Deadgreed stepping up kind of at the last minute. So next week, in 2 weeks, April 25th, Draven Dresden.
I cannot wait.
Can you hear my sirens?
I can. Are they coming for you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, I live in New York City.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks for listening, guys.
All right. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Peace out, guys. Thanks for coming on.
You can follow us on Twitter at converted_CTR.
And be sure to follow us on our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast.
Also, follow us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast, and join us live every other Monday at 7 p.m. server.
You can follow me at summer_sal
Cuddles at mullet863.
and Belschnickel at BelschnickelCTR.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really.